So we're now at the Nagarjuni Cave, separate to Barabar Hill. So this one is absolutely beautiful. We've got some carvings here, and you see the beautiful kind of precision, the polished granite. Absolutely incredible. It's just like the caves we find on Barabar Hill. So we're now at the Nagarjuni Cave. So there's 3 caves on this hill, separate to Barabar Hill. This is the Gopika Cave, or Gopika, and this has remarkable carvings in Brahmin script, which you can see here, which I'll show you in a moment. Also a little piece here as well. This is where the locals come more than tourists. But I wanted to show you these caves because these are equally interesting and have some of the finest polished granite stonework, just like we find at Barabar Caves as well. So all of this is polished, as you can see, the floor here, all the way along here. You can see the remarkable carvings here, which I find fascinating. Kind of give it a real sense of sort of class. And then we go inside it. So this has incredible acoustics. You can hear the sound here. And if you see the shape of the ceiling, you can see how wide this is, and it curves around this end as well. But you can see that if that was a circle, that would go deep under the ground. So I think this is the cave where there's actually the kind of level, the center of it is under the floor. The acoustics are incredible, and you can really imagine. I mean, I'm with some gentlemen here, and they were in here meditating. You can see why. It just booms. It's just, what an amazing spot. And you see the beautiful kind of precision, the polished granite. Absolutely incredible. It's just like the caves we find on Barabar Hill. It's got a big crack in it here, so it's been damaged, possibly in an earthquake. But this is a finished cave. This has been created by the people around 2,000 or so years ago. And it really makes you wonder how they did it. But let's continue. There's 2 more caves we're going to try and locate on this hill. That was very interesting. I mean, just seeing the script there and the polished nature of this is just astonishing. But let's continue and find the other caves on this hill. So we're now on the hunt for the second cave, and we're going to try and find it. We know there's 3 here apparently. I think the next 2 are near each other, so hopefully this will be easy to do. There's some strange, almost like cut mark indentations on this stone. Look at that. Are they kind of cut marks? Very lightly carved cut marks? What are these? Very strange. Just before you reach the final caves here, can you see these kind of striations going across the ground there? They're very strange. I can't really walk up there, it's too slippy. We see more, almost like cart ruts, just up here. What is this, like a practice run? There's one, like unicycle. Look at this, what the hell is that? So we found the final 2 caves here on Nagarjuni Hill, and there's one here, beautifully cut. There's another one just in here. These are right round the other side, the opposite side to the first cave, which has all the steps. This one here is a fascinating entrance to it. This is beautifully carved, I mean, because it's sloping already. And then there's another doorway within it. And so you can just see this is all polished right to where it's rough on the outside, right into these corners. So this one is absolutely beautiful. We've got some carvings here, beautifully cut all around here, right down the corners. And it's just, what I like about this is that it's a doorway, like a porch, and then it goes into the cave itself. So let's have a look inside. Actually, this is interesting. So this is a natural feature of the granite. where it's like a dark spot, where then it turns back into like the white granite. See this? This is like going inside one of the Serapeum sarcophagi. Just the precision here, the dead straight lines, the polishing. It's not something you see in many places, and the perfectly curved. I mean, that is really incredible. Just to witness this firsthand. Absolutely blown away. There's interesting striations in the granite. They've kind of kept the kind of natural features. There's no way this is geopolymer or anything like that. This is just like this just reminds me so much of something like the King's Chamber or something on the Giza Plateau. This particular one, for some reason, it's got that kind of vibe. And here though, you've actually got the edging going all the way around it here. You don't get that on the other one, just here next to this. Look at this, look at the shininess of that. It's like a kitchen top from, I've got loads of kids here at the minute. They're following me around all the way along here. Look at this. Absolutely incredible. Just the amount of work just to get this right is really something special. Just look at how shiny that is. Oh, this isn't as clean as the whole Barabar Cave ones, but this is still incredible in its own right. Let's go and look at the one next door, because I know all the ones here are quite well carved. None of them are unfinished as such, like we saw at Barabar. And these are thought to be a little bit later traditionally, but maybe they're all super ancient. That is one of the theories that's coming forth, and it makes sense to me. This is the technology of the pyramid builders here in India. This is fascinating. It's very small. You can kind of touch the ceiling, but the whole thing looks like it's lathed or polished and absolutely kind of pristine. But there's one more cave we're going to look at before we finish today, and this is just around the corner here, so let's go and have a look. So here we have the final cave of the day. This is the last one, and wow. So this is interesting. So it's kind of in a niche, a natural niche, with the bedrock either side, one of the caves there, and another cave here. You've got a gap going down here. You've got all this beautiful kind of Sanskrit or Brahmin carvings here, and it kind of goes in at an angle like this, perpendicular, kind of slightly sloped sides. Actually, it has some carvings just above the door as well. You can see them there. But I really question who did the carvings originally, the main polished stonework, because this is a whole different level to what we find in many other areas of the world. And the way the doorway goes in at this kind of strange angle, it's quite different to the other caves. You can see the step there at the bottom. It's all been carved out of solid bedrock. Just as you come in, you see this beautiful script carved into the solid granite. And then it's all square and cut perfectly. Then you come in here and everything is just like perfectly rounded around the entire place, and it's booming. Yes, look at the shape of this. This is quite bizarre. Because it starts there, it's like got beautiful kind of carvings all the way down the sides here. And then it's just like this whole loaf of bread kind of vibe. There's no actual corners or anything apart from near the entrance. You can see that down there as well. as astonishing at Barabar Caves, I would say. So these are the little holes in the floor, and they show that there was some kind of door, but they're very roughly put in actually. And you've got another one here with a lovely cobweb hanging out of it. But look at the polishing on that. You can just see that on the wall there. That is just beautiful, the way that's been created. God, it's just so strange how polished this is. I mean, it's not, no one's coming in here and kind of polishing this and like making it smoother. This is how it was originally created. Absolutely incredible. The acoustics are astonishing. Absolute shininess of all that. It's just reflecting everything. And then over on this side, it's the same. It's just beautiful. And on the ceiling there especially, look at that, where the light's reflected with the lovely cobweb. And then inside, we have the very strange shape, which is all one large, like oval really, 3D oval. So this is quite a small cave compared to many of the others. You touch the ceiling, it's not that big, but it curves down the back absolutely precisely as it does down the sides. The acoustics are incredible. Everything is shining in here, it's illuminated. And the booming acoustics are just remarkable. The floor is perfectly flat. There's only little bits of damage. And they've drilled out an area here and on the base where there was once a door as well. So it's really, really fascinating to be here. But the smoothness of this, there's no line halfway up it like we saw at Barabar Caves. This is just one smooth, absolutely precise, kind of almost like a perfect loaf of bread. Amazing. Wow, all this is polished. That is fascinating, that one, because it kind of goes in straight and then it curves down so beautifully at the back. Again, you can almost touch the ceiling. But yeah, this is just amazing to be here. So all in all, I've seen 7 caves on the Barabar Hills and the Nagarjuni Hills. This is the final one around the very back of the Nagarjuni Hills. And I do recommend you visit here. This is absolutely incredible to see these. They're hidden away, some of them. The ones here especially are very different to Barabar, where they're much more open to the public and people, lots of people go there. Only really locals come here. But yeah, I'm absolutely blown away by today's experience, seeing all these caves in one go. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you experienced the acoustics, the precision engineering, and the kind of power that these really have. And I really believe these were created for very spiritual purposes, for like meditation, for going into altered states. Acoustics were built into it and everything else. So it's a real treat to be here. Whoever built them, they may have been built, you know, a few hundred years BC. They may have been built thousands and thousands of years ago and then reused. We don't really know. But the technology and the quality is something to behold. So thanks for watching Megalithomaniacs. Hope you enjoyed this trip to the Nagarjuni Hills, and we'll keep exploring. So watch this space for more videos. Take care and we'll speak soon.